Number 1, Alberta's Run, AP McCoy bidding for a double in the race, back-to-back. 2 is Bar, Sean Quinlan. 3 is French Opera, Barry Garrity. 4, Kalahari King, Graham Lee. He's got a length to make up on Albertas from Cheltenham. 5 is Made in Taipan, Robbie Power. 6 is Mad Max, Paul Carberry. 7, Masterminded, Ruby Walsh. 8, Somersby. You saw him going down early. Chock Thornton. Down to 9, Tartac from the Tom George stable, Paddy Brennan. And 10 is Tranquil Sea, Andrew McNamara.
And your favourite for this Melling chase is Alberta's Run at 11-4. 9-2 Kalahari King. It's 5-1 for Masterminded. 11-2 Somersby. 8-1 Tranquil Sea. 12-1 for French Opera and Mad Max. 40-1 Tartac. Made in Taipan's a 40-1 shot. And Shannon Bar is 100-1. And if
he's the one in the centre there with the light blue jacket.
Wait.
He's 100-1 outsider. That's it. They're coming in.
Okay, come on.
And they're off with the exception of Shannon Bar. He is very reluctant. In fact, he is not moving at all. He's at the rear of the field as the field clears the first. And there's Shannon Bar taking no part once again. Heading now towards the second. French Opera on the outside of Mad Max as they draw towards this plain fence now. Alberta's Run positioned in third, a good jump. Further back in the field, then out very wide is Somersby. And they're followed next in the field by Tranquil Sea, the white cap on the inside. So he head towards his first open ditch, and Mad Max was spring-heeled at it. Back towards the rear of the field, Kalahari King and company there with Made in Taipan. Heading towards the fourth, and Mad Max, he almost hurdled that by a length. To its second, Alberta's Run, a length and a half French Opera. 2 away then in fourth. On the outside, Somersby. Followed then by Tartac, and half a length away is Tranquil Sea, the inside from Masterminded. 2 lengths away then is Kalahari King, and Made in Taipan is at the tail of the field. So they come to the cross fence now, number 5. And on the inside, the leader is Mad Max. Jumps it well from in second, Alberta's Run. White sleeves and cap. AP McCoy in second. In third is French Opera, followed then by Tranquil Sea on the inside of Tartac. Out wider then is Somersby as they swing into the home straight. Further back in the field then Masterminded, followed then by Kalahari King and Made in Taipan. Coming towards the sixth now, and it's Mad Max who clears it in good style, and the pace is really good. Leads by a length and a half to Alberta's Run in second. Out very wide in third is French Opera, followed then in the centre by Tartac. So they come to this second ditch, and he took off a mile early there. The leader Mad Max, but he cleared it in his stride. He's a giant as he comes up towards the one that'll be the last next time round. This is number 8, and it's Mad Max clear of Alberta's Run and French Opera. Then on the inside, the white face of Tranquil Sea. They're followed by Tartac, and out wide is Somersby as they head towards this plain fence now. Further back is Kalahari King, followed then by Masterminded, and last is Made in Taipan. And at this stage, Mick, it's the pace has been a cracker.
It's been a decent pace. Paul Carberry is trying to ride a similar race to Paddy Brennan yesterday on Knackerat. He pulled it up at this point. He'll set the race up to suit himself, but the others won't let him here this afternoon.
Into the back now, and it's Mad Max the leader. Paul Carberry on the inside, joined by French Opera. Barry Garrity puts his neck in front. In behind them, Alberta's Run on the outside of Tartac. They're a length and a half in advance now. Tranquil Sea, the white cap on the inside. Summer's been given plenty of air out wider as they come now towards the ninth. And further back in the field then, Masterminded at this stage. How's he travelling?
He's travelling. I'd rather see him travelling a little bit better. Ruby's riding a waiting race on him.
So they come towards the next, the 10th, and it's Mad Max on the outside, joined by Tartac. Then Alberta's Run being niggled now and starting to move up. French Opera's lost a place or two. Further back then is Somersby. Coming to the third open ditch, they're followed by Tranquil Sea, the inside. Masterminded, weighted with behind them. 7-8 lengths off the pace now as they head towards the last one down the back. This is the 12th, and he went right through at Tartac. And so too did Made in Taipan in last. Heading towards the exit from the back, and Mad Max on the outside, Paul Carberry, joined again by Tartac on the inside, Paddy Brennan. They're stride for stride. Somersby behind them. Alberta's Run has come under pressure now, and he's rowing away AP, followed then by French Opera as they come now towards 4 out, and in the centre, Mad Max led over it. Tartac hit it again. followed then by Masterminded, who's coming there strongly. So Mad Max from Somersby, Masterminded, waited with by Ruby, coming into the picture now in the centre, followed by Tartak and then Tranquil Sea, and Alberta's Run is now raising another effort. They come towards the third last. Somersby on the outside, out-jumped by Mad Max, but look at Masterminded. He's coming there in a canter, followed on the near side by Alberta's Run, and further back then French Opera. They come towards the second last now. Mad Max out-jumps Masterminded, but Masterminded still on the bridle. They're followed then by Alberta's Run at Somersby from Tartak, and further back is French Opera. Now he says, go on Masterminded. How much is left? He's gone 2.5 in front now. Alberta's Run in second. They've cleared away from Somersby, but striding out Masterminded. He jumps the last, and he's home for all money. What a comeback this has been after the disappointment of Cheltenham. He has careered away. A brilliant ride by Ruby Walsh. He waited with him, he waited, and he won easily. He won it by 7. In second was Alberta's Run, and third then was Somersby. A long gap then to Mad Max, and well back to French Opera. Tartak, they're followed then by Tranquil Sea, and one of the last is Made in Taipan. But Ruby Walsh, he waited, and he waited again, and he came there swinging as they come to the second last.
The reason I thought he wasn't going well was Ruby had him so beautifully switched off, and he's given this horse a brilliant ride. Everybody else has had to play their cards early, but Ruby was able to play his latest of all.
He did, and to such dramatic effect. This horse has won very easily by at least 6 lengths, maybe 7 or 8. We'll wait for the judge's official verdict. Second, number 1, that's Alberta's Run. Third is number 8, Somersby. And fourth, number 9, Tartak. But Masterminded, who I think many were prepared, Mick, to say that after Cheltenham, that was the end of the road. It wasn't.
I think you've got to take your hat off to Paul Nicholls, the trainer here. He's always said this horse stays and stays well, and he'll feel a little bit vindicated.
OK, Rishi's down there, and he's with Ruby.
Well, here I am with the winning trainer, Paul Nicholls. Paul, that was a superb performance, and a lot of his fans will be so delighted to see this horse back to his best.
Yeah, he's much better over a trip, and it's just great now we can step up a little bit now with him, and we're aiming for the King George. Have a different horse to have a crack at Long Run now, and
Corto and Masterminded in the same race?
That's a long way off. My view, this would be the horse next year. Corto's been there and done it, and I think we want to forget that now possibly. But it was great over to give him an absolute peach of a ride by Ruby, because I thought it was a bit too far out of his ground, but he is a master on those horses. It was brilliant.
Paul, when this horse won the Queen Mother Championships, what was it, 2008, and everyone thought this is the serious top-class horse, he then got beaten here. Everyone's been wanting something like that. Is that been unfair on the horse?
Hadn't been for Corto, we may have gone further beforehand, but you're stuck a little bit, and we probably should run him in the Ryanair at Cheltenham, but anyway, listen, we'll aim into what the King George will be his target now next Christmas. We'll probably go somewhere like Ascot 2.5 with him, but that was brilliant.
Well done.
Thank you very much.